Break away from the game, does that reinvigorate and re-energise you to come back?
Oh, not. Yeah, it probably did, but at the same time, I think it's a new direction for the club. I think it won't be about winning championships this year. It'll be about investing time into the young guys in particular, and try and getting them up to speed and giving them the opportunities that I had when I was a kid. So we want to put more time on the floor with the younger age group. There's going to be a lot of 17, 18-year-olds this year, and I want to be very clear from the start. It won't be a championship calibre team. It'll be an investment into these young kids and their development, and we'll pick up some really good players to complement that, but it won't be the charges of the past, in particular with the Jack Jumpers here. I mean, we don't need to be that aspirational program anymore. We need to be a development program and really give our Tasmanian kids the best opportunity.
Is that something that excites you?
That's the only reason I came back, and that's the number one key. And I think Dwayne Davies doing an unbelievable job with the women. They're training 5-6 times a week, and the men will be doing the same. Well, when I say men, I think the oldest is about 18, 19. So great chance for everyone. We really want the community to get behind this. The win-loss column will take a hit this year, but I think Kilsyth really changed the way I wanted to operate. I see their junior programs and what they've put on the floor over the past few years, and they're very competitive now, and they're mostly Kilsyth juniors that have come up through the ranks. So we're probably early days in that, but we needed to start somewhere, and we're starting now.
Is that a tough sell to take to the club? I feel like maybe you've driven that development side of things, and that was the main reason you wanted to come back. Is that a tough sell to bring on a club that you wanted to kind of bring the guys up on the bottom?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not like the Kilsyths or the clubs, Nutter Whitings, Geelongs. We're not driven by our junior programs, and there's no financial reward there for us. So it's really, it's trying to get our sponsors and McKay Timbers and Wilson Homes and the Clennets of the world to really back what we're trying to do, and we feel like that's the best direction for the club right now, and we really need to be Tasmanian focused. So as I said, you'll see a lot of young kids on the floor this year, and you're going to have to ride the bad with the good, but we're all invested, and we've got this facility here that they've opened the doors up, and the Chargers have backed that financially, so credit to them, and that's what persuaded me to come back.
How is your season going, Stewart?
Really good. Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. We're 2 or 3 years away from any of these kids getting an opportunity, but we can see right now, and Scott Ross made it very clear, there are no Tasmanians good enough right now in the south to be playing Jack Jumpers. So I feel like it's our job to try and create that. If we can get one through, then we'd be really happy with that. And I think that's what my job is now, is to try and get 1 or 2 kids the opportunity to be a Jack Jumper or play, like Brett said, in the NBL.
So you come up with, obviously last year was a great high.
Huge high.
Fans are urging that this is a bit time for patience or time for renewal.
Yeah, it's time for change. I mean, if you want to go and watch the Jack Jumpers, and obviously they're focused on winning championships. That's their number one objective, and it's whether you're Tasmanian or from the mainland, they'll pick the best players around the world to win championships. And I think we need to be, our point of difference is it's not about winning championships anymore. It's about development and giving our young Tasmanians an opportunity to aspire to play at that level, wherever it may be.
So which of the older guys will you retain next year?
Oh, look, I'm very hopeful that a couple of the Jack Jumpers will sign shortly. If not, we'll go down the import road, but it'll only be 2 imports and 1 Jack Jumper, and then everyone. You'll have to live in Tasmania if you want to play with us.
But some of the big names from last year, they no longer with the club.
Who are you?
Harry?
No, there'll be no more Harry Frolings playing with the Hobart Chargers moving forward, and that's not because he's not. We don't want him. He doesn't fit our development program now. We've got to get right behind those locals.
So it'll be those. Sorry, just to finish. There will be those Jack Jumpers who provide the on-court leadership for the younger guys. Because of course, you can't just have younger guys. They've got to have someone to guide them, don't they?
Correct. Yeah. Like ideally, Sam McDaniel was unbelievable for us next year. He'd be high on our radar. Jared Bairstow was incredible. Just what they bring to the club, what they bring to the young kids is just, you can't buy that. And they're just so influential, the way they walk into the stadium, the way they present, the way they train, the way they play. I've been there and I've seen it, and it's great for these young kids to see it, and just that professionalism is huge for us. So ideally, we'll probably go away and get one import at the point guard position, which obviously we need. We don't have many point guards here. We did chase Sean McDonald, but missed out on him. He obviously he's signed with Darwin, so that was a strong focus for us. So right now we'll hopefully we'll have some announcements soon. But yeah, Bairstow and McDaniel would be two great ones, but you just don't know what they want to do in the off season.
Do you have to wait until the off season?
Oh, well, closer to the end of the season. The good thing this year is the NBL finishes, worst case scenario, March 15th. Our club doesn't start to April 1st, so there's a bit of a break there. If they don't make playoffs, which let's hope they do, they'll be finished Feb 5th. So you've got a couple of months there to rest up and get yourself right, and then hopefully play some NBL 1. So our season's a lot shorter this year. We finished July 15th, so it's only a 3-month season really. So it's really compacted now and fits well with the NBL. So, but we don't want to recruit outside of Tasmania, basically, unless it's an import.
Just re-sign for the 1 year?
Yeah, well, we're in negotiations at the moment, but definitely 2023. But I'm hoping to spend the next couple of years here because I want to see the fruits of what we put in. It's going to be a couple of years before we see the best out of our Tasmanian group, and I've coached a lot of these kids since they were under 10s, under 12s, and they're just coming through to the 17, 18-year-old mark, and they're going to be in the 12 this year and knocking on the door. So we've got a lot of good talent. They're just raw, and they need more time on the floor, and we couldn't do that prior to this year.